This is Dream Chasers, episode 21, with Nick and Luka Matić. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Adam Carswell, and welcome to Dream Chasers, Interviews with the Future. On Dream Chasers, we interview individuals with supernatural amounts of potential based on early success in their careers. Thank you for tuning in. Now let's get straight to the interview. Hey guys, this is Adam Carswell, and today I'm joined by Nick and Luka Matić, also known as Nikola and Luka Matić. The Matić brothers are co-founders of Matić Farms. They're originally from Chardon, Ohio, and the reason why I introduced them with their ethnic name, Nikola and Luka, are because they have very strong Croatian family roots. They were actually just in the Silicon Valley not too long ago for the, they're going to have to clarify for me, but for a Croatian-American event. It looks like they did very well out there, so we'll have them enlighten us on that. Nick went to Allegheny College. Luka, is currently at John Carroll University. He's a junior there. So guys, thanks for being on the show. And do you have any opening remarks for our listeners?
Well, thanks for having us, man. It's awesome to be part of the podcast. I think what you're doing is great. That's for sure, Adam. But we started a hop farm in Northeast Ohio. If anyone doesn't know what a hop farm looks like, I would Google that right now and just see what a commercial hop farm looks like so you have an understanding. I mean, it's pretty much like a vineyard on steroids. It's not something that many people really know about.
Yeah, and I just realized, so moving throughout this interview, because this is the first time we've actually had two guests at the same time, and of course, funny enough, the two guests sound very similar because they're brothers. So as we go through, I'll address you guys one at a time. For anyone listening, that was Nick. And Luka, I don't know if you had any other comments you'd like to throw in there before we get started.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for hosting us. I really appreciate that. I think it will be good for both of us. And I'd like to thank, our parents and our family for making all this happen, because without their support, it wouldn't be happening. So, yeah, thank you to them.
Great. So we'll start with Nick. You can answer this one, and then we'll kind of just flip back and forth throughout the interview. So, Nick, how old is Matić Farms?
The concept started about 2 years ago. This year we grew 3.5 acres of hops, which is the most in the state of Ohio. And we added an additional 22 acres of trellis, which we're going to plant in the spring.
Wow. How does that sound, Luka? Pretty accurate?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. I think we started it, I think the first pole went in the ground, I think it was November of last year. So I think we're clocking in at right about a year. But the concept, yeah, like you said, it started about 2 years ago.
Wow, that's younger than I even realized, because I know it seems, at least the way you guys carry yourselves professionally, and like I mentioned earlier off the conversation on LinkedIn, I had the impression that Matić Farms have been around for at least 3 years or so. So yeah, you guys are definitely getting your name out there in a quick way. When did you first realize, Luka, that this was something that you guys wanted to take to the next level?
We did a 3-acre test plot, and we got 5 varieties. 4 of them ended up working out, and we knew they could grow here. And then we did more and more research, and we found out about the craft beer boom. And we also found out that there wasn't many hops in Ohio. Most of it's centralized in one spot, which is called Yakima Valley. And we think we could really have a niche in a very explosive market. And from that moment on, we thought it was a good move to press forward and expand the farm.
Right. And so I'm wondering also, Nick, you could answer this one. I mentioned it in the intro. You guys were in the Silicon Valley recently. Tell me a little bit about what that was like, and if that also kind of sparked a next level fire for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, Silicon Valley was great. Just anytime you're talking to someone with big ideas or that, has a lot of things going on themselves, it is motivating for me. But yeah, we went to the Association for Croatian American Professionals in Silicon Valley, and there was people from all over the world there sharing ideas, trying to help each other out, networking. And there's definitely a lot of interest in our hops farm, and the convention's going to be in Cleveland next year. And me and Luke are hoping to be keynote speakers for it. So yeah, it was a good experience. I mean, as far as next level, I was doing the farm by myself for a while, getting it going. And when Luka decided to join, that's kind of when it really started to come together. It totally changed.
Great. Yeah, nothing like seeing the family connection kind of ignite the fire. That's really cool to hear.
Yeah, it's huge.
what would you say, we'll start with Nick. What is your why? Why is this what you love to do?
Oh man, I love agriculture, love craft beer. I think it'd be an awesome thing to wake up and do every single day. So that's why I got into it. It's definitely a dream now.
What do you have to say, Luka?
Well, I think it all started out with just me and Nick liking beer and quality food, quality wine. And then as soon as we realized we had this opportunity, we seized it and we went out and visited other hop farms, and we saw a lot of great things to learn from, but also a lot of ways we could improve the industry as a whole, and bring something new to people in Ohio that they've never seen. So all that together kind of inspires me and Nick to wake up every day and really motivate ourselves.
Very cool. What would you say, Luka, are the downsides to being in this industry, and what are some of the positives?
I'll start with the negatives. The downside is essentially there's no information on how to grow hops at all, at least on a commercial scale. And majority of things you do find aren't accurate at all. You have to make a lot of mistakes, but luckily we found a mentor from Empire Hops, or a combination of mentors, and they're located in Michigan. And they've just been helping us out and giving us a hand when we needed it. So, yeah, negative is definitely there's not a lot of information, and you're going to make a lot of mistakes. Positive of being in this industry is you get to see just a booming, lucrative industry grow. And I haven't been alive very long, but I haven't seen many industries grow this fast at this pace. So it's exciting to be in something like that and be a part of it. And also all the people we're surrounded by in the industry have been great to us. So, just being in something like this is really special, I feel like.
Very interesting. And yeah, beer's not going anywhere. So as far as security,
recession proof, Adam.
Right. Exactly. So Nick, what do you have to say about that? Ups and downs, positives, negatives?
I back a lot of what Luka said. We talk about that kind of a lot. Another thing is it's a slow return on investment. I mean, we had to put 2,000 22-foot tall poles in the ground. You got to buy that 40,000 feet of cabling to use for the top of the poles for your trellis. And then those poles last 30 years, the cables last 30 years, and the plants can last up to 50 years. Once you have all that initial investment, you can really get rolling after a while, but it's not instant oatmeal, for sure.
Right. And real quick, I just want to touch on it. How old are you guys?
That's a good, yeah, that's something that surprised a lot of people.
You can go Nick's age first and then Luka's.
I'm 25.
And I am 20. I'm still not old enough to drink beer, unfortunately, but in a couple months here.
You can't We've gone to too many breweries.
Yeah.
I think we're okay. We're okay. We don't have any hard evidence on him, so.
Yeah.
What
Never had a beer in my life. I'll tell you
that. What industry leaders and role models, Nick first, are you inspired by?
Dan Wiesen and Nick Florup at Empire Farms that Luka was talking about a little while ago. We'd already be out of business by now if it wasn't for those guys. I mean, the hop farming is such a niche market. It's crazy. I mean, me and Luka are the first people to do it on a commercial scale in the state. It is really difficult to get information on it. Yeah, those guys for sure.
You said they're at, what's the name of their company again?
Empire Hop Farm in Traverse City, Michigan.
Cool. You got to definitely give them some props right now. Luka, what do you have to say?
Yeah, I totally agree with Nick on Empire Farm over there. As far as industry leaders go, that's about it. Just our parents and all the love and support they give us, and they really motivate us. I mean, they work their tails off and, give us great advice and just a great example for us to follow. So,
yeah, man, parents are huge. That they're definitely number one reason that, me and Luka both would not have tried to do something to this scale without their support. So, that was big.
That's great. Great to hear. Thank you, Mom and Dad. When you hear this, your influence, your influence echoes.
Yeah.
So where do you guys see yourselves? Where do you see the farm? Where do you see yourselves in 3 years? So yeah, Luka, you'll be 23, 2 years legal of drinking. And then Nick, Nick, you'll be what? Yeah, 28. So,
28.
We'll start with Luka. Where do you see yourself then?
Well, I'll be graduated out of John Carroll by then, and hopefully I can do the farming full time. 3 years, I don't think much is going to change for us. Right now, we have all the infrastructure in, and that's what we plan on doing for the next couple of years. But I see ourselves just perfecting the craft of producing hops, drying hops, which is a really challenging thing to do. I just think we'll be a lot more comfortable with what we're doing, and hopefully we meet some great people and great connections and do better and bigger things in the future.
Nice. Nick, what do you have to say?
I don't know if I'm supposed to bring it up or not because Luka didn't bring it up.
No, you're not supposed to bring it up.
But I'll bring it up anyway.
We're
plan on. What's up, Adam?
I say we're on the edge of our seat now. You got to do it.
Yeah, we plan on starting a world-class hop farm brewery. It's really never been done before in the country. I think there's one in the state of Washington, and we'd like to get that going in the next few years. So
nice. Well, you heard it here first. That's exciting, and we'll keep it as under wraps as we possibly can from here moving forward.
Oh, I don't care. If anyone else could pull off a commercial hop farm brewery, hats off to them. I
am curious. So for example, within those next 3 years, you don't see a lot of things changing from an infrastructure perspective, but I guess to diversify your opportunities, do you see the best way of that happening just by networking with companies or whoever it could be that would potentially be purchasing your product?
Absolutely. Actually, yeah, that's a good segue because we started a hops brokerage. Our friends in Michigan needed some help with selling their hops, so they brought me and Luka on board. So Matić Farms will be brokering hops from MI Local as well as Crosby Hop Farm in Oregon.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
So we have our farm going on. We have brokering from the other farms. So, I mean, we'll know a lot of brewers in the state of Ohio and the industry, and I think it'll be great for everybody involved.
What advice do you guys have for anyone else who's chasing a similar dream? And can you give an example of something that you wish you did differently? We can start with Nick on this one. I can't remember whose turn it is, but we'll go with Nick first.
I would say before you decide on any venture, make sure you're 100% committed. You really gotta burn the boats. I would say also be ready for a lot of disappointment and things not going as planned. That just was an incredible amount of the process, and you just gotta be patient and persistent, man. That would be my advice: patience and persistence.
Couldn't agree more with that. Could you give an example? I'm sure I agree, man. Entrepreneurship's if it was easy, then everyone would be doing it. Was there something that you wish you could have done differently looking back?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, we messed a lot of stuff up, but I wouldn't change a lot of those because of how much I learned from it.
Yeah, great answer.
The mistakes suck, but I really did learn a lot, and I'm sure Luka would say the same.
Couldn't agree more. Luka, how do you feel about that?
So with my advice, I would give to someone, you could dream, you could think about an idea you have all day long, and you're confident in your abilities, but when you go into it and you actually start your venture, you don't know anything at all. No matter how much research you do, until you get your hands dirty, you have no idea. I mean, me and Nick were really confident going into this, and we realized we had no idea what we were doing, which
60-page business plan, Adam, everything. Man, real life's a whole different story.
Exactly.
And I don't think I would do anything differently because to make those mistakes, and they were imminent that they were going to happen, because I mean, that's just the position of starting a commercial hop farm. We had to make those mistakes, and we learn from them and go forward from there.
And we're going to make a lot more mistakes in the future.
Hey, and there's nothing wrong with that because it's more there's more fuel.
Yep, that's right. That's part of success, man. Failure.
Exactly. And the right attitude, which clearly, we don't even need to talk more about that. You guys got it. So that's really, really good to hear. Really good to see. These next three questions are the ones that I've been looking forward to probably the most. And I don't know if you guys had any time to digest these questions before we got to them. But actually, Yeah, we're gonna do it in a certain order. The first one is what is your favorite cartoon. The second one we're gonna do is what's your favorite beer that's not associated with Matić Farms at all. And then the third one for our listeners, guys, me, Nick, and then Luka. Actually, so we all went to the same high school, Notre Dame Cathedral Latin, NDCL, in beautiful Munson Township, Ohio. Nick and I were there together, I think, for 1 year, and then Luka's a baby, so I never really got to see him there. But the question,
I just remember
what?
I just remember you dunking on people when I was in 7th grade.
Yeah, Adam was a baller. Adam was a baller, 100%. I want that to be said.
Thank you, man. Luka, 7th grade. All right, nice.
Yeah, I think I was in 7th grade and you're a senior.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds about right. But anyways, the question is, who was your favorite teacher from NDCL? And then I kind of want to chime in on that one too, but I want to see what you guys come up with first. So started off easy. Favorite cartoon. Nick, the microphone is yours.
I do not like cartoons, Adam. If I had to pick a favorite, I would say South Park.
Okay. That's like, yeah, it's a cartoon, but it's like for adults, so I guess that's more what cater to your liking.
That'll get some laughs, yeah.
What about you, Luka?
Childhood, lots of Scooby-Doo, same episodes on VCR tape. Yeah, now I'm not really a cartoon guy at all, but I've watched Rick and Morty a little bit.
I'm gonna change it to Rick and Morty, Adam.
Okay. So Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty's the favorite for both. Cool. So favorite beer, Luka, you can go first.
I changed. Yeah, I mean, when I turned 21, I would have to say my favorite beer is probably Two Hearted Ale. I change it up all the time though, but
right, because you don't know what it tastes like yet, but it sounds like it could be good, right?
Yeah, I smell it all the
time. Nick, what about you?
The same, Adam. Two Hearted, Bell's Brewing Company out of Michigan. That's the best IPA in the country, in my opinion.
Good to know. All right, guys. So here we go. Favorite teacher from high school from NDCL.
Luka, you can go.
I'll have to go. I don't know if she was there when you guys were students, but Miss Perry, the science teacher.
She was there. Yep, I had Miss Perry.
Yeah, Miss Perry was she was awesome. Super laid back and was always more than willing to help you out and talk life to you.
Did you, Luka, I know for me, I had Miss Perry because I chose to forego, was it chemistry? There's a certain level of science.
Yeah, I did as well.
Yeah, okay. Hey, it was environmental science, I think, right?
Environmental science, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
great
class.
Great times. Nick, what about you?
I don't really think I liked any of the teachers that much there, but I did like Chris Polis, who was a teacher and our basketball coach.
There you go. And if there's a chance of anyone hearing this interview, it might be him, right?
Yeah, probably. Probably. I mean, Chris is the man for sure.
Got to make sure he gets a shout out. Coach Polis, what's going on?
Who's your favorite teacher, Adam?
Man, this is a tough one, but I think I didn't even have to really think twice about it at the same time. Did you guys ever have Mr. Hummer?
Oh no, Mr. Hummer. He retired, I think, when Nick was when I was a freshman. He wasn't there anymore, so I never had the chance.
Did you ever have him, Nick?
Yeah, I did. That's an excellent pick. I forgot about that.
Thank you. Mr. Hummer, man, just a good all-around guy, just a good guy. So, Mr. Hummer, if you're listening out there somewhere, we still love you.
Yeah, man, you're great.
Nice. All right, guys. So that's all the time we have for today. I don't know if there's any way that you can allow the listeners to connect with you or follow up with you, shoot you an email, so on and so forth. Do you want to let that be known?
Yeah. So
sorry, I didn't say who should go first. Well, Nick, you can go first.
We have an Instagram at Matić Farms. Yeah, Luka, you can go.
Our Instagram is Matić_Farms with an S, and you can find us on Facebook at Matić Hop Farm. And then if you want to go to our website, we're at MatićHops.com, and we're also in Thompson, Ohio. I don't know if we talked about that, but that's about 25-minute drive from NDCL or Chardon, Ohio, closer towards Ashtabula County, but still in Geauga County, Ohio.
Nice. All right, so we'll follow up with you guys that way. Thank you for joining us. Again, this is the first time I've ever had two guests at once, so thank you for helping me kind of expand my horizons and figure out how in the future I'm going to tackle this giant if I ever choose to do it again. And anything else for the listeners?
Thank you for listening, and thanks for having us on here, Adam. And I look forward to keeping in touch with you and maybe doing this again sometime. It was a lot of fun.
I'll say that this was definitely a cool experience and definitely great talking to you, Adam. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to be doing in the future, man. I think you definitely got some big things ahead of you too.
Yeah, definitely keep this podcast going.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, for sure. Keep the podcast going, Adam. That's all.
It'll take a while to build up, but you'll get there.
Hey, we're in it together, man. So thanks, guys. I have some Slovenian blood, so our Yugoslavian roots run deep.
That's right. Yes, I do.
Dobro večer. All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening to Dream Chasers Interviews with the Future. Catch you in the next episode. Remember, in all you think, say, and do, take it to the next level.